Hello everybody, g'day to everybody up there at Stocko. A lot of the first grade boys, Jeffy, Sam, Uppers, Wheezy, Rabs, all the boys, Ben West, Terry Crichton and Trent Colley, everybody. Hello everybody, good to see you once again, Jackie McVeigh. Guys, and particularly Sam, here's our spaghetti and meatballs for today. So have a look at our ingredients. Brown sugar, extra virgin olive oil for morrow, salt and pepper, garlic, beef for some beef stock. That's 200 mils of water for the beef stock. A passata sauce, lemon, some onions, shallots, basil, parsley, breadcrumbs, pork mince. See that's a kilogram of beef mince. I'm going to halve that. I'll make some chili con carne later, but we're going to halve that to mix the two minces, our mixing bowl, and some spaghetti you'll see this time. A little bit unusual for me. I don't usually cook with spaghetti. I do with feta, but this recipe calls for it. The first thing I'm going to do is go and make the passata sauce. I'll come back to you when I've chopped up an onion and some shallots and get that going. Okay, our pan's nice and warm, in with some garlic. I'll be reasonable with that, as we always are at this house. You can see that's quite a moderate amount of garlic, nothing too outrageous. Straight on with the, might be useful David if you could do this properly, onion and shallots. You'll see on this board some parsley and basil. That's for later on, for mixing with the meatball, so I'm not using that at this stage of the cooking process, everybody. Okay. I'll come back to you shortly. We'll have a basic fry off of the onion and garlic and then add the other ingredients. Back to you soon. Okay everyone, you can see our onions and garlic and shallots are frying off nicely. First of all, some passata sauce, the whole jar. So straight in, no mucking around here. And again, I'll go and do the merrily trick, straight into a slight bit of water. Picks up the rest of the residual tomato passata. And finishes that off. Lovely. There's our beef stock. You can see that now I've mixed that through. Okay, there's your beef stock straight in.
It's got 2 heaped teaspoons of beef stock and 200 mils of water.
Okay, in with the beef stock. Next item is just some simple brown sugar. What do you reckon? There's a teaspoon or two? Or just
1 heaped teaspoon will be fine.
There you are. Straight in with the brown sugar. Okay, now I'll get this simmering. So what we're going to do is make this sauce will simmer in the background. Once we can get that to boil while we go and make the meatballs, the meatballs take a while to make. You've got to make them quite, manually with your hands. So basically, this is the sauce that will go cook away with the meat inside it later on. So I'm just going to get that to a boil. Make sure that's all stirred through. Get all the stock and the onions and the sugar through. Okay, time to finish that with that simmer sauce. Will just simmer away in the background. No need to show you that anymore. We'll go over now and make some meatballs. Okay, I come over here. That's the mint and parsley, and as Marilee said, she wanted a very fine diced onion. I can assure you that's as fine as I can make it. You know that I haven't got great knife skills, but that's pretty fine. You can see the size of the onion, can't you, Mez?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to do some lemon zest. So just watch me do this, okay? It's on this set. There's a grater. That's the main grater a lot of people use in the chopper. We're going to use it up the top on this one, aren't we, Marilee?
Yep.
Okay, just watch me do this. I'm only trying to get the yellow part of the zest, okay? When it gets to the white, you've gone too far.
You don't get a lot of zest off this, but you get enough for flavour.
You don't get enough, bloody hell. Yeah, that's coming better now. Bit more force, Mr. Redden. See, just a little bit of zest coming out there, and now I've gone right to the edge of the white there, so I'm onto another spot now.
We'll come back to you.
Okay. Okay, time to make the meatballs. This is 500 grams of pork mince, which is up the top here where my fingers are. This is beef mince here. Ideally, you'd use veal and pork, but we're using beef and pork today. So there's the basic mince, okay? So to add things in now, we're going to add in, just to show you, there is the herbs, there is the onion going straight into the mix. And over here you can see the small amount of lemon zest that we've got in there. I'll just actually get a knife out and get that in. So you can see that it doesn't create much, but it's enough to give this a lovely texture and taste, isn't it, Marilee?
Yes.
Okay. Now, a Marilee amount of salt. Actually, there's a kilogram in here, so I can give it a bit more. But okay, that's about enough. And some nice pepper.
Yep.
Okay. Here is our egg squeezer thingy for lemons, whatever you want to call it. The first person I saw use this was Ian Hewitson, actually. So, straight down there. So there's 1/2 of the lemon juice, okay, coming out of there. Merrily, you'd like the second, I take it?
Yep.
And the second half, get it in the right spot, you idiot. Here we go. Okay, so there's 1 full lemon of juice, everybody, in there. Okay, have a look at that. Okay, next is some breadcrumbs.
That's 2 slices of bread there, crumbed up. We just stick them in a blender and whiz them up. You can do it with your fingers though.
Okay, so there is the mix for the breadcrumbs, okay? What I'm going to do now is off camera, I'll go and mix that together and then we'll come back and making it. Just while you're there, you might have seen this in the background. Merrily was chuckling when I got this out. That's actually the size of the meatball we're going to get is a golf ball. You might think that's hysterical, but I'm an unusual lad. Okay, we'll go off camera now. Back to you soon. Okay, you can see one of the meatballs I've made over here. It's roughly about the same size as that golf ball. So here we go. I'll show you how to make it. I'm only going to make one, and then we'll make the lot off camera for you. So grab yourself a bit of meat. Get yourself what you think is the right sort of size. It's pretty close, I reckon. Okay. Rub your hands around like this. Okay. While I've got you there and I'm making this, just a further shout out to Link and JT, I think I missed you earlier on, and also to Jordan Moran, who's in a purple patch up there, another 140 for his clubside rugby in WS today. Well done, Jordo. Okay, so as Merrily said, make them nice and compact with your hands. There's the size, okay? Have a look at that. There's the golf ball to give you an indication. It's not too much different than a golf ball, is it, Merrily, to be quite honest?
Very good.
Okay, so I'm not going to go... No, that's how you make the meatballs, okay? And then we're just going to slot them in the sauce. So we'll be back to you in a little while. As you can see, this is going to take a while. Okay, have a look at this now in our sauce. It's simmering away. We've got that to the boil and then reduced that to the simmer. Have a look at over here, Merrily. See over there, that's on simmer at the moment. Okay. Over here. Okay, there's our meatballs, everybody, ready to rock and roll. You can see they're all about the same size, roughly. Okay, Merrily and I have made those quite quickly together. So, straight in. So, nothing flash, just drop them in the sauce. Okay, again, quite boring. Come back to you in a minute. Okay, have a look in here now. All of the meatballs are now in the lovely sauce. Merrily, I've turned it up to about 3. If you can imagine, that's 1 and that's 10 on a cook. I've got that about 4, just to have a medium simmer. Now, we've got all of those in. The idea is basically don't touch them. Now, I'm just getting them flat here. Don't touch them. Don't muck around with them. Just let them go. And about halfway through the cooking process, which will be about 20 minutes, we'll turn those over, won't we, Miss?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, they break fairly easy, so you've got to treat them with care.
Okay, we'll come back to you maybe in about 15, 20 minutes time. We've got a bit of cleaning up, some other dishes to do, but that's the start of the nucleus of our spaghetti and meatballs. Okay, have a look at that. Our meatballs are now halfway through their simmer, okay? You can see they're bubbling away quite nicely, so I'm just going to very gently turn the meatballs over. I'll show you a couple, just to turn them over. The ones over here, you can see some of these ones that haven't had any cooking yet, so they'll be raw on top. Just turn them over nice and carefully, as Merrily said. You don't touch these too much.
Some of them actually don't look like they need turning over.
Correct, and we might be able to get most of these submerged in here.
Looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good. Okay, so that's about 15, 16 minutes gone, everybody. The simmer. We've been doing other things, making rissoles, cleaning the kitchen, things like that. An appointment with the spa and some sangria awaits, doesn't it, Merrily, on this very warm Wallaby day? So
it does. We'll give that about another 5 or 10 minutes and we'll turn it off.
Okay, so there you are, nice and submerged, and those meatballs are going to be beautiful, and the smell, everybody, divine.